Hi everyone, welcome to the OK Roundtable. I'm Kimsecks,
I'm Phot.
And I'm Morte.
and before we started, I accidentally spilled a bit of water on my shirt, and that's not good, you know. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just drink a little bit of water. I coughed, and I was like, no.
Dude, I like that shirt
Uh,
though.
oh, isn't that amazing? Look at that.
Yeah.
So there's a
You
Velociraptor.
know I'm a Jurassic Park dude. Come on.
There's a sexy Jeff Goldblum. There's a T Rex.
You know, I've got a little Jeff Goldblum vinyl pop in my Jeep, which I only have because I fell in love with him in Jurassic Park.
Must go faster. Must go faster. Speaking of
It does
Jurassic
not.
Park, speaking of
Does not
Jurassic
go
Park,
faster.
if we're gonna go 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, so Jurassic Park was directed by Steven Spielberg, who says shit like things released on Netflix should not get Oscars. What's up with that? Do
Right.
you agree? Disagree with the Does it matter?
I mean, I don't agree at all, but I can see why he would say that is, old Hollywood. Like, they're always resistant to change. I get why somebody who's not going to be like, oh yeah, cool, what the new kid stuff is appropriate, but like, they're going to be that way until suddenly they're not. Like, of course he is. He feels threatened. His whole way of doing things is going away, and that's threatening.
Wait, who said this?
Steven Spielberg, director of such classics as E.T., Jurassic Park, and everyone's children's film, the BFG, their favorite, and their second favorite children's film, Schindler's List.
So,
okay.
new favorite Ready Player One?
Oh, everyone, he directed it because there was like 10 minutes of live action to actually do. Like, what do you actually have to do when everything is just sent to you in dailies? And you have a voice director who's going to direct the voices and handle everything, and then the computer guys do it. Let him.
And see, this is why he's upset, because a movie like that would have been so much better as a, Westworld or Stranger Things style 10 episode, 13 episode series. It just would have been better. You could have expanded on the actual source material in a way that would have been interesting. And that's why he's threatened by that, because that's where we see a lot of what used to be independent film moving is towards the Netflix model, where it's a TV show style instead. You have 13 hours instead of 2 hours to try and tell your story. And it's appealing. You can get more money for it. Netflix can make a ton of it. It's a pretty good option.
But I don't
It's hard
understand
to
the
argue it.
awards. The awards ceremony. The movie's going to be made either way, right? You can the big budget in theater movies don't seem to be. There's no mid tier. There's no mid tier movies anymore. Movie studios that release in theaters are wanting the $1 billion movies. They want to make the big money real fast.
Sure thing.
Get on
It's a
that.
sure thing.
Yeah. So you
Go ahead
have
and come
horror. Unless it's horror. If you can make it under $1 million and like we'll throw it out there. Who gives a shit? Like it's not a big risk. And then if it makes fucking $5 million, holy crap! It's 5 times your investment. Congrats. Like that's all that it needs.
If you can get one good weekend out of horror, you can make your money back. That's
Yeah.
it.
So
It doesn't matter if your second weekend bombs. You just gotta get that opening weekend.
yeah, I feel like the awards issue is a really weird one because I know they relegate TV movies and stuff released on HBO to like the Emmys, right? Like I think that's how that works. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's weird. Like, well, why not? Why not HBO original movies put in the same category? Like I don't know.
I mean, ultimately, you have to remember that the question you're asking is why doesn't the industry allow people to do things outside of the industry model for their award show? And it's because they don't want to. Like, the the Oscars are not some sort of like neutral third party that's like, oh yeah, let's talk about movies. It's not the AFI awards. It's it's the movie industry
the
saying,
Spirit Awards.
yeah, it's the movie industry saying this is the awards we think are important. So like, of course you're gonna be like Netflix, fuck off. Like, some members are always gonna feel that way because of it being an industry award show. It's just built in.
It's just I feel like we
Fuck
as
some
a
food.
oh geez
Oops.
wow
It's a good meme, Phot. gonna put it in my presentation next week.
That's going to be how you present all problematic that slides. Like, here's things that are problematic, and this is the meme you show. So
now, why is this offensive?
So Borderlands 3 release came out. I didn't see the live thing. Phot, you said the live thing you saw? What happened?
Yeah, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
They had technical difficulties. Like every time they try to show the trailer for, I guess their 4K update for Borderlands 1, 2, and a whole bunch of other games apparently are getting like 4K updates. It's not just, I don't know.
So like
it's
1, 2, and the pre-sequel are all getting HD updates?
Yeah, and they tried to show off the trailer, and it was like 2 frames per second the entire time.
See, that just sounds awful. But wasn't that presented at
PAX East? It was apparently PAX East equipment that was.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like, because PAX, for the most part,
it wasn't the trailer itself. The trailer itself was fine.
Yeah, every time I see a PAX stream, it's always really good. Like, that's why I think it's weird. Maybe I don't know, because if they stream it on Twitch, I don't know. It's very unfortunate, if I'll say so. But excited for it? Yes, no. Like, I don't know y'all's thoughts on Borderlands because I never played it with you guys.
I have friends who play Borderlands and they love it. I played it maybe for like an hour and a half and I just turned it off. I never put it back in my Xbox. I don't know. I think in terms of looter shooters, it's pretty boring. I don't know why.
I'm more or less in the same boat. Like I'm watching the video right now. I guess I didn't watch it before. Oops. But yeah, both Borderlands. I had friends who played it. I picked it up later in the game's run. Tried it. Didn't really care for it much. Like it's not really my style, I guess. I like the art style a lot.
Oh, cell shading and that kind of like style. Yeah, I think it looks beautiful.
Totally here for it.
What I heard from, I believe it was Zix. He was saying it doesn't look updated, but I'm kind of like it was stylized to shit anyway. Like there's really not much you can really do to push that stylization other than optimizing how it looks, optimizing the rendering, optimizing view distance and stuff like that. Because it's still just cell shaded, like very cartoonish, very stylized.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely updated.
I'm just a little like I've never really cared so much for Borderlands, and I think it's because whenever it came out and the hype was so high, I was so into WoW and I was doing so much, so many hours, like a week, a day kind of thing in WoW. I couldn't be like, oh, also let's do looter shooter shit. I'm like, I can't grind loot and grind shit like that again. Not on another game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It seems like
there's only so much grinding you have time for.
Right, and that goes back to what I was complaining about, like live service games. Like, if I don't have a set goal to like go hit and achieve, and then be done, I kind of don't care. And I know that Borderlands has a story and this and that, but I know that a lot of it is like, let's go do this extra shit. And maybe that's not the case. I don't know. I never fully played the game, but it just didn't interest me at the time. Like maybe I will now, like that it's gonna all come out. I imagine it's gonna all come out on PC. Like
yeah, you'd think.
I don't see it being console exclusive. No exclusivity.
Nothing can afford to be these days. There's too many people moving to PC.
It's really, especially now that Master Chief Collection is coming to PC. You're kind of like, yeah, here it is, dude. Like, this is where the borders break down. Like, Fortnite kind of started the whole ability to cross-play things, which, like, as much as you can hate Fortnite for this or that, is that not all we've been asking for?
To be fair, Rocket League did it before Fortnite.
But you can't do it to the same extent. Like, they pushed it
just
beyond.
Couldn't get Sony on board because Sony was late to the party for some reason. But
Well,
they had Xbox and PC streaming for for a while.
Fortnite adds mobile though. Like you can be on your phone and
Yeah.
join people on PC. Like that's just fucking next level.
That is wow. Yeah.
Like imagine playing Rocket League on your phone and being like, oh yeah, you're on the computer. And like, yeah, fucking let's go. And you just
Bonkers on the phone. It's hard enough on a controller. I haven't played in a long time either. And I want to, but then I try and I'm terrible because I haven't played in a long time, and then I just don't.
It's one of those things where I don't really.
I have like 6 hours a week I can put into video games. I can't afford to do a whole lot.
That's we gotta open that up.
Like first world problems.
First world problems. I do so much. I don't have time for leisurely activities.
I'm so busy making money. I don't have time to play as much video games as I used to.
Oh no. Adulting is hard. And I think that's where I keep complaining about the whole live service thing where everyone wants to be like, don't worry, we'll keep patching it. Don't worry, it'll get better. It's like, I don't have time to wait for it to get better.
I really don't.
Like, I need you to release a finished product and something I can be like, I went from point A to point B and be done and say, cool, I did it. And not sit there and be like, okay, well, you did it. Now do it 17 more times because you don't have the thing you want. Like,
yeah.
Like when I finish, whatever criticism you could have about like the old Fable games, I finished. Like I got through them, and if I wanted to replay them, I could be like, all right, I went good last time. I'm gonna be a dick the whole time now. Huh, all right, well, at least it spices it up. I can kick people now, whatever.
Yeah, true.
But we had brought it up earlier, before the podcast. So Addams Family is getting remade. Apparently, that kind of came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, I feel like I heard like rumors of an Addams Family something happening a year or two ago, but there wasn't anything major to it.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna like reboot the show or something.
Yeah,
Like just make a cartoon. I guess that's what it turned into, a movie.
yeah, animated. I read somewhere that it was originally a Tim Burton stop motion deal that fell through. I don't know if that's true, but I read it somewhere on the internet, so clearly.
It's one of those things where you want it, but at the same time you don't. Like especially in this current climate of remakes and redos and all that sort of thing. What I don't know, like everyone keeps on telling me, like, "Oh man, because they leave nothing alone." I'm like, the Addams Family movies. Like again, what was the original thing with Addams Family? What did it originate?
Comics. It was a comic.
It was a comic, right? And then it became the cartoon first or the movies first. Like
movies, 90s movies, then a 90s cartoon.
It was the TV show in 1964. There you go, yeah. And then apparently they were on Scooby-Doo, and then they had a pilot for a live-action musical variety show called the Addams Family Funhouse. Then you had the animated series in 73 to 75. And then you had the new animated series, 92 to 93.
Remember that one.
And then the new Addams Family, which was 65 episodes. I don't remember that one. Do you remember the new Addams Family?
When was that?
98, 99?
Maybe.
65 episodes? Holy shit.
I remember there being a cartoon in the 90s. I don't remember which one or how many. There could have been multiple.
That's interesting.
They were fairly popular in the 90s.
Yeah, so I mean, it's had several runs for decades. Like, I'm New York comic strips, 1938. Yeah, it's one of those things where, oh, they want to make another rendition? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, let's do it.
Would you complain about it? Like, what do you think of the cast? Like, I know you were looking at the cast. Like,
I'm 100% behind the cast. Only slight thing is like they need to make sure that Nick Kroll is toned down a smidge. Like, don't let him go completely untethered. But other than that, I'm here for all of it.
Are you saying that? I mean, who's he playing again?
He's playing Fester.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, I would have also been fine with Christopher Lloyd just voicing it because he still has a voice. But I'm one to hear it out. I just I think I've been very vocal on how much Nick Kroll I can tolerate at any given time, and it's.
I don't think you talked about it on the podcast. So like, go about Nick Kroll. Go about Nick Kroll.
He's great when he's toned down. I think when he's allowed to do 100% his own thing, he goes a little too much. Like, his character work is a little much for me. Just, I can take like 90% of like Bobby Bottle service, but if he goes 100% in, I gotta tone it down a smidge. Like, I don't know. It depends on how much of Nick Kroll's stuff you've seen, I guess. But like Parks and Rec Nick Kroll, where he's playing like an over-the-top personality for that show's level, is fine. And his role in The League, I thought, was great when he plays the straight man counterfoil. I think it's perfect. But like,
are you saying you don't like the young girl character he plays on Big Mouth, where he's like, "Oh my god"?
That's about as much as I can possibly take. Any more than that, and it's too much.
I'm gonna eat this canned cheese whiz.
Yeah, like, it's funny. Question mark? Like, I can take it. But it's not 100% mine.
Well, according to chat, John Aston, that played Gomez in 1964, is still alive.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that. Holy
Neither.
crap! But that's a lot of adaptations. I think it's fine. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna. You can't sit there and think of like the Addams Family. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. And think like, oh man, how dare they touch this sacred thing? It's like it wasn't sacred. It's been a thing for decades that they want to remake it and have a little spin on it. They have the 90s spin on it. Let's have a current spin on it. I don't care.
There's this weird phenomenon where if you were born with something already existing, you feel like it's existed forever because for you it has. That doesn't mean it always has. It's been around for a while. I don't know. It shows up a lot. Anytime they want to do something like the Sabrina show on Netflix, people complained about it like, oh, they ruined the show. Like, what? Like, you don't actually care, do you?
And you know what's weird? Netflix got all the original actors to come back and do promo shots for it. Like, they let them watch it, and they're like, wow, this is very different. And have all these...
Right.
And people are kind of like, this isn't the regular show. Yeah, we know.
That was the point.
That was... Did you
the
want
show
the
you
same
remember
show?
was like the third iteration of it. You just came in late and didn't realize it.
Question: did you want the same show again?
Yeah, like you weren't watching it then.
Like
it went off the air.
It sort of ran its course. Like they had their arcs. What more do you want? Honestly. Like, seriously, what the fuck more do you want with the fucking series? If you're gonna sit there and go, oh, it's the same, it's just more of the same, and then it's not different enough. Like, no. We're gonna go so far left field that we mean it when we say thank Satan. Like, it is that is a serious thing that happens in that show. They mean it 100% sincerity. They're saying it's straight faced. There isn't a joke there. It's just
like you might laugh awkwardly to make yourself feel better about
they
it.
also say praise.
But they're not joking.
Praise Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. Things to be clipped out of context. Oh my God, Kimsecks is a Satan worshiper. Get him, Mordecai. So, what else happened this week? What else happened last week? The victory laps keep happening, and I don't understand it. Post Mueller report, and everyone is like either, oh, this is the worst thing ever, or this is the best thing ever, and I don't get it.
Preet Bharara's theory is that it's an attempt by Barr to get a story out there early so that he can delay the actual release, which will be much more damning. The The prevailing theory is that Mueller's report is just kind of a roadmap for anybody in Congress to follow in order to have a prosecutorial path to, just kind of blaze there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have that as a setup and you choose to interpret it very liberally, you can say, yeah, there was no conclusion reached. You're correct. There was never an intention of a conclusion being reached. It was just meant to be how you can find your own. And that kind of makes sense, and that's probably what happened, and that's probably what will happen when it gets released eventually, which will probably happen. Just kind of waiting around.
I know this is politics is Phot's forte every time.
Yeah, 100%.
He's just like, yep.
I love his contribution.
Well, question, Phot. As a memer, and that's a phrase I never thought I would say. As a memer, did you see the footage of that one dumbass guy who was like who went on like a 10-minute rant with like memes on the floor?
Wait, when the hell did this happen?
It was sometime there's a guy, a representative I believe from Utah, who
good
went. I know. He went on
Where did Utah?
He went on a fucking 10-minute tirade against the AOC's Green New Deal and how unrealistic it is and this and that and how unrealistic. Here's a picture of Ronald Reagan riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex with like lasers and this and that, and that's how realistic it is. It's this realistic, and it was just crazy image after crazy image. I was surprised you guys didn't hear about that.
This is the first time I've heard anything about it. I thought you were going to talk about the guy who went on a racist rant at a Mexican restaurant.
Okay, no, okay.
I forgot to watch that.
Let's change the topic there then. Did you watch that video? I know Nick just said he didn't. Did you watch that video?
I have not watched the video.
Oh my god!
I've looked for it, but I haven't found it yet.
But
it's just so silly. Like you went into a Mexican restaurant. What did you expect?
Okay, let me watch it real quick.
Okay, so in a nutshell, this guy goes into a Mexican restaurant and is all like, "The menu's in Mexican," and like they're like, "Wait, what?"
That happens at Mexican restaurants.
They were all like, no. Like, apparently, what had happened, according to the manager, is they have like their menu and stuff, but on the side they have their like specials of the day, and the specials of the day were all written in Spanish, and so he fucking like lost his shit because I can't read that shit.
No.
Like,
I'm watching a news thing on it right now. It's 3 words on the corner of a banner.
no.
Yeah. Especial de Viernes is what it says on
That's
one of
special.
the
It's special today.
yeah. And he got upset because he didn't understand it.
Like, okay, so I don't understand. And he's just fucking berating everybody. Like, what are you wanting? You want everything in English? Like, I can understand. Okay, you want everything in English, but like, that ain't how it works, my dude. Especially not at a Mexican restaurant.
It's just economic anxiety.
Yeah, it's not racist.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. So, sometimes I'm hungry and I get angry and I just yell racist things at Mexicans. It's just how we do in the South.
Why isn't the world catered specifically to me?
Like, I need a translator in this Taco Bell. I don't understand this. What is a quesarito?
No, sorry.
I don't get it.
No. I need a translator to Taco Bell because you're right. What the fuck is a quesarito? It's either burrito or a quesadilla. If you're saying quesarito, you're fucking bastardizing the fucking food.
Those aren't words.
Those
You're just cramming things together like a burrito.
Like, no. See, you put it in there, it just becomes a burrito. It doesn't become a quesarito. It's a fucking burrito. It's just with more tortilla and cheese for some goddamn reason. Like, that's not how it works.
Sorry, more what and cheese?
I mean, it does in
Tortillas
Taco
and cheese.
Bell.
Taco Bell is bastardizing people's understanding of what Mexican food is, and it makes me upset. I don't care that you want to go get cheap food. I don't care. But don't sit there and be like, I'm in for Mexican. And then you say, well, we're gonna go to Taco Bell. Because I will just be like, oh, no, not today, Satan. Okay, so pivoting back, his name is Mike Lee. He's a senator, Senator Mike Lee. He has a picture of Ronald Reagan. He has a rocket launcher on his back, holding a machine gun, riding a velociraptor, holding an American flag, and then so that's one of them. Another one is Luke Skywalker riding a tauntaun. One is Aquaman riding a seahorse, and then another one's a picture of babies, and then like it's just so he went on this long as fuck tirade, like 10 minutes, where he just sat there and was like, This is what they want in the Green New Deal. And there was one picture I remember from watching the video where it has a picture.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's do that deal.
He had a picture that left side says before Green New Deal and the right side says after, and it has here's the population of cows before the Green New Deal, and here's all these cows, just little pictures of a cow like over and over again, and on the right side there's nothing. This is what they want. That's how unrealistic it is. We don't want. I had people on my Facebook being like, LOL, that's so hilarious. This would be me if I was a senator. I'm like, if you were a politician and you disrespected that office, I would have no goddamn respect for you.
I would move to your jurisdiction just to recall vote you.
No shit, right? Well, I like my whitewashed Mexican food. I'm sure you do, but no.
Chat.
No, I need to. I believe
Utah Senator Mike Lee delivers remarks on climate change.
I think I might need to mod you so you can do that. Hang on, how do I do that? I know you. No, I didn't go through. Okay. But I don't know how to do this live through this thing. Do. Well, send me the link. Send the link in the chat, and I'll link it. Okay, Conan clap. There it is. Here's the thing we're talking about, dude. That's
a real fucking thing. That's the real caption. The real C-SPAN photo.
What I can do. Ready? I'm gonna cover up. I'm gonna cover up Phot real quick with this. There you go. Oh no, it maximized. There we go. Isn't that great? It is literally Ronald Reagan.
America.
Like, honestly, the discourse has gotten so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, like, we're fucked.
People are like, oh, that's funny. I'm like, no, dude. He should be figuring out things. Like, if he has a problem with things in the Green New Deal, which, again, not saying that shit's perfect. There's problems. But holy fuck, address them.
We got a lot of time to get it 100% perfect. Like, we got to start rolling. If we have to figure it out halfway through, that's fine. We got to do that.
Well, I mean, if you want to come in and be like, all right, so here's what I think is unrealistic. If this is the goal, here's what I think it should be, or like, if here's what I think the goal should be moving forward to address this issue. But if you're just gonna be like, there's no issue, look at Ronald Reagan on a raptor. I hope Utah goes, holy shit, at least take it seriously enough to fucking talk about it on the floor and not make it a goddamn joke. Like, can you take it seriously just for like a little bit? Like, yeah, they're on the meme train, dude. They are memeing. Like, I am ready for one of them to start streaming, like, IRL at the house.
He is Mormon, so that's more important than the political party in Utah, so he's set for life.
Oh, don't.
It's just hard for them to get voted out.
So, while Phot is predisposed at the moment, I'm just going to leave that photo in place of him.
Yeah, that's fair.
He'll
Some privacy.
give some privacy. Yeah, but it's like, okay, I understand that you want to have this weird appeal, and then there's people who are like, that's very elitist. Like, I want someone who can be relatable. Like, part of the whole George Bush's appeal is like, he's someone I think I could go have a beer with. It's like, okay, I understand you want to have a relatable.
Look, he gives candy to people.
Like, it's relatable. I mean, okay. With that,
It's
like,
cute.
His post presidential stuff with like Michelle, like, I can understand that there is a level of understanding at that high of a level of having been in that world where they hit it off on a friendship level, because it's kind of like, holy shit, the stress is real, huh? And
I mean, I totally get it. Just like, also, he's still George W. Bush.
yeah, and it's as we talked about last week, it's problematic.
It's problematic.
Like, it's problematic. I like it funny
He's
how
still problematically a war criminal.
oh, holy crap.
So,
That's how you come back? Oh, really? Me magic.
Yeah.
Is real.
oh, really?
So I guess you're back then?
Maybe depends.
He's back.
Having family and work issues at the moment.
Oh, you know how it is.
Beautiful.
But I don't know. It's such a fucking annoying thing to sit there and see people go like, this is great. This is funny. Like, I don't see the need to.
Not taking politics seriously isn't funny. Not cool.
Like, I understand wanting to meme, but you have to remember. Like, you have to think back. I really have to think back to the Charlottesville protests where that one kid got fucking chased down and was questioned, and immediately he like took off his shirt and took the hat off, and they're like, "What happened? I thought you wanted to be a white supremacist. You don't want to be a white supremacist." No, I mean, like, it's funny to say, white power and this and that, but like, I don't mean it or anything, Like, as soon as he gets fucking confronted on it, oh god, that's what's gonna happen. Like, you don't want to take this politics shit seriously. That people that can affect lives, these are people that change the tax code. Like, you don't want to take that shit seriously? Really? That's a yikes, my dude. Like, you need to get the fuck on it to understand that these people can affect your goddamn life.
Right. It might genuinely be too late for us to save our planet from all the shit we've decided to do with it.
I mean,
that's a scary prospect.
And that's specifically, though, specifically the whole climate change issue. I'm talking about, like, everything else. Like, the fact that they are not taking even their day-to-day as seriously. Like, if the amount of time it must have taken to prep that level of fucking stupid presentation, that could have been spent crafting a bill, like reviewing something, learning statistics on an issue. No. We're just gonna meme the fuck out of someone else's ideas, someone who's actually trying to put forth ideas, even if they're not great. Someone's putting forth some fucking ideas. Let's.
I mean, it sounds to me like what happened was the whip just told them, like, hey, you've got to try and slow her down. Like, AOC's shit can't get traction, you have to do whatever it takes, and they just punted because they don't know what else to do.
We're gonna meme.
Like, she throws shade on Twitter, so let's just throw memes and see if it works.
But then all they do is just provide those people who can craft and bob and weave in that world ammunition, because they're kind of like, this is seriously what you want to control you. And of course the some of the dummies will be like, yeah, that's great, that's funny.
Toads.
And it's like, no, I kind of hope that there's a little bit more common sense added to the fucking discourse. Hopefully soon. That'd be nice.
Well, that's why I'm quite fond of Pete Buttigieg, because I enjoy what he has to say. I enjoy listening to him talk.
Say his last name again, Pete what?
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg?
Boot edge edge.
Boot edgy? Edgy boots? It's edgy
Buttigieg.
boots. It's edgy boots.
Edgy boots. What's up, old edgy boots?
Dude,
No,
Mayor Edgy Boots is
fully on board the Pete train. Wearing a Pete for America shirt. I hear people.
So Nick, tell us a little more about Pete. You got.
So he's the mayor of South Bend, which is famously where Notre Dame is. So a Midwestern town, incredibly young mayor, first elected at 29. He is a member of the Navy, served in Afghanistan, if I'm not mistaken, during his tenure as mayor. Actually went on a leave in order to serve. He is openly gay, married to his husband for several years. They're awesome on Twitter. Really fun to watch them just happen. He's just kind of getting traction. His approach is very common sense. He's a very man. He went to Harvard. Just dude has a really common sense approach to things, and doesn't seem to be overly politically motivated by money or aspirations. He seems to just want to do a good job. And I really enjoy listening to him actually approach issues. He has a town hall on CNN that's really enjoyable to watch. His approach is always a town hall approach. And I don't know, it's nice to see a politician willing to actually ask people to ask questions and then answer them. You don't always get the follow-up that's an actual answer. So I encourage you guys to check him out. PeteForAmerica.com. YouTube, all that fun stuff.
Question: have you heard of Andrew Yang?
I've heard the name once. Don't really know much about him.
And I think that adds the thing, like, Phot, you don't follow shit when it comes to political stuff.
Political memes.
Who's running on the Democratic side right now? Who's put their ticket in? Like, who's saying, yeah, I'm running? Can you name them? Start naming them. Let's go. How many can you name?
Remember, it's the bees.
Let's go.
The killer bees.
I know Bernie.
Bernie?
I don't know how to say. I hate.
I gave you a freebie with Buttigieg, so 2.
I want to hear him say it though. You can't just be like what Nick said. No. Who the fuck is running? Who did he just talk about?
Say his name.
I can't say it. I don't want to say his name wrong, and then everybody's like, "Ah, you idiot."
Let's go. I want to hear what you got to say. Come on. There's like 20 of them. Can you name 5?
No, I can't name 5. I definitely know I can't.
There are 5 that have B names.
Yeah, I know one of them is from Texas.
And what's his name?
I don't want to say his name because I'm going to say it wrong.
It's okay. We're going to forgive you.
Sure.
We're going to be right here for you, buddy.
Fine. Is it Beto?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And that's all I know.
Were you afraid to call him Beto? That is my only question.
I was afraid of calling. I was just afraid I was going to say his name wrong. And then everybody would be like, "Ah, you fucking idiot."
My phone autocorrected him to Betty for a long time.
Betty O'Rourke, dude.
I had to manually add Beto to the dictionary just so it would stop changing it to Betty.
So you have like Beto, Biden, Mayor Pete. You have
Cory Booker.
Kamala Harris. You have Andrew Yang. And so there's 6 that I know, but I know there's so many more.
And some of those folks are still in the exploratory phase, but
I don't think Kerry from Ohio, is that is that someone who's throwing in on the Democratic side? Like Kerry from Ohio. Let's find out.
Kerry from Ohio.
John Kerry?
I don't think John Kerry.
I don't think it's John Kerry.
He's kind of old. Declared candidates and exploratory committees include Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, Julian Castro, John Delaney,
that's right.
Tulsi Gabbard, Kristen Gillibrand, Mike Gravel out of Alaska, who I've never heard of, Kamala Harris, John Hickenlooper, Jay Inslee, Amy Klobuchar, Wayne Messam, Beto O'Rourke, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Marianne Williamson, and Andrew Yang.
That's so many.
That's a lot.
That's so many.
That's a lot. And you could still see, I mean, Biden obviously is probably going to enter the run. Stacey Abrams could.
Did you? Okay, Stacey
There's a few
Abrams.
other names.
Stacey Abrams said something whenever asked about whether or not she'd be someone's running mate, and she goes, "You don't run for second place." And I'm like, "You just like made the biggest argument against anyone who you're gonna ask to be a running mate now."
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the possibility of Joe Biden throwing in with her pre-declared as a running mate.
Yeah, but
And that seems like a strong
she said
ticket.
no.
So that's rough. I assume that she's on a lot of short lists for VP. I mean, she's a very obvious choice for a lot of candidates.
But like when you already come out and say I don't run, we don't run for second place. It's kind of like so if you decide to run for president, like you just gave everyone ammo if you ask for VP. Like, hey, you want to be my running mate? And they're gonna be like, oh, sorry, we don't run for second place either. Like, but it's not second place. Like, winning the ticket is winning the ticket. Like
VP, when you haven't done anything else major in your political career yet, like that's not a bad place to start.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Stacey Abrams should have won, really, but like being able to kind of, parlay that into VP this time around is not the worst possibility. It's not a bad place to go next.
It's really not. I mean, that's why I found it. I guess you could say disrespectful. Like it was kind of like, hey, you're kind of shitting on people who.
It's an odd choice.
But yeah, so Andrew Yang, one of my former instructors posted a video about him, and he basically made his argument. One of his arguments is to like move away from using the GDP as a measuring stick. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because he was saying like I have like my wife, she doesn't work, she's at home raising my kids 5 and 9, and according to GDP, she has a zero value. She stays at home, she raises our kids, but according to this measuring stick, she's worthless. And so we gotta relook at how we look at progress in our country, because GDP will continue to grow, and automation is going to continue to replace so many jobs, so many things that
I mean that's a really good point. It will just continue to happen. Like
the GDP will look great, the businesses will look great, but the average person it'll look bad. We need to rethink how we look at our economy and how we get it to work back for us, blah blah blah, instead of just for how to make that number bigger, because that number will continue to grow as long as we continue to innovate and automate. And I was like, that's interesting. That's something I haven't really heard a lot of. But I think with so many candidates, and then the fact that some of the bigger names end up having a bit of like, oh, here's a bit of their past, and then the news cycle kind of like turns that out and talks about that for a while, like the whole Joe Biden argued for segregation in the 70s or something like that. I remember.
No, so there gun bill a long time ago, and then there was the Anita Hill issue with it's like he really botched that. We don't have time to go into that here, but look it up.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so it goes.
He has a record that's sketchy if you look at it through the right lens. I mean, you'd like to think that he's learned from it and grown and all that, but you do have to assume that until push comes to shove. So I don't know.
I think it's one of those things that I see how this sort of thing eats up the news cycle. Like, you don't hear much about Yang. You don't hear much about. I mean, luckily Mayor P has been getting more traction because of the fact that he's like, he's running in and like doing these talk shows, this and that, and like on Twitter. And the only way I can describe it is you have a lot of these old people waiting at the bus stop. Like you got your Biden thinking about, should I take the bus? You have Bernie at the bus stop going, the bus is on its way. And you have all these people like clamoring to get to the bus stop and sit on the bench, and then like Mayor Pete is like wearing wheelies and just riding past the bus stop, going doing this, like at them.
Mayor Pete's in that full jogging suit or power walking suit that oh fuck, Malcolm in the Middle. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes. But no, he's basically wearing Heelys and fucking going past them. Whether or not he's going to get to his destination first, who knows? But at the moment, he's just saying, fuck that bus stop right now. We're gonna go through it. And I don't know, it's an interesting approach, but I don't know. I feel like there's still too much. Oh gosh, now I know what you're talking about.
That's what he's wearing.
The speed suit.
The speed walking.
The speed walking.
Straight on
suit.
past the bus stop, like, bye.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. And I feel like that.
But I love it. He went on Fox News. I mean, it didn't just get rolled or anything. Just held his own.
That's all you can really ask, right? Like, don't get fucking tripped up on stupid things and get caught in a gotcha moment. Like, just roll with it.
It helps that he's kind of hard for anybody to really attack too aggressively either. Like,
I mean, I would like to see someone attack the war veteran, like current politician. He's made Harvard educated. Like, go for it.
He can try. Like I said, his line about his experience is the only thing that could work against him, is people talking about how he has no experience, and that's really an unfair statement to ever say in the Donald Trump era. But he says that he's got more political experience than Donald Trump. He's got more executive experience than Mike Pence, the vice president, and he has more military experience than any president since George H.W. Bush. And that's a great line. That's a really hard thing to try and argue against. Like, that's the one thing he's got, is that he's young and maybe not as experienced as he could be. And the last two presidents have been increasingly less experienced.
You have to think about it, though. Like, they're like, oh, I'm not experienced as I could be, but that's because I went and served in the military.
Right.
And I went and got my degree at Harvard. Like, I was doing things that weren't just straight into politics at 18 as someone's fucking aide, and then like working my way up, through those ass kissing circles. Like, right. Sorry, like, I was doing other things. But I don't know. To leap back to completely change topics. Back to games. Woo. So, Overwatch League Stage 2 is on its way. Stage 1 just ended with Vancouver Titans winning. I know not a lot of people probably follow Overwatch. I know it's such a weird topic. We're going to go from presidential candidates to Overwatch League. But DeFran quit the ATL, and it's kind of one of those things where I get it, especially if you're going to make more streaming and you want to just fucking be a memer. Like, you did the pro thing because, like, Overwatch was kind of how you got known. You were known as this and that, and they were like, you're good enough to be there. But many other people have done the same thing, where they're just like, the schedule's crazy. The fact that you can't stream during the Overwatch, like, if you're a player anyway. If you're a fucking coach, like Jane streams during Overwatch. He's doing his own live commentary of the matches live while it's going on. And it's like, he's allowed to do that during the playoffs.
Right.
But no player can be like, oh, I'm going to play this game. Like, no, not even if it's Overwatch. Like, they're not allowed to contractually. So I can understand him being like, ugh, fuck that. And then, like, before he got signed, he had a lot of Pepe emotes. And Blizzard is very against Pepe. They're against Pepe and all.
How about that? Can't imagine why.
I understand the reasoning behind it, but like, they're against the Pepe. Like, that's fine, whatever.
They are.
But that was a lot of his emotes were like Pepe themed, and he had to change them all. Like, and that's why in his tweet longer he's like, the Pepes are back. But I don't know, like,
guess that's important.
It's weird. It's weird seeing these very, very young athletes, I guess we could call them, having to sit there and be like, okay, what is like, because there's some people who would not make it streaming. You know, a lot of those players are good, but they don't have the personality to sit there and probably make it as streamers. The same way that Siegel can, the same way that XQC can, the same way that all these other people can. So I can understand why they're like, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
I don't know, but ATL still doesn't have hats, so I guess
Still doesn't have fucking hats.
I guess it doesn't matter.
You ready for a real smooth segue here?
Okay.
It's an interesting comparison to Gronk's retirement, because, you know, he's kind of doing the same thing. He's going out, you know, much earlier than he could. I mean, he's had a decently long career, a longer than average career, and a Hall of Fame career. But he's going out much earlier than he could because he's got other ways to make money besides playing football. He's got a brand. And, I don't know, it's weird to watch the same thing kind of happen at two different levels, but with vastly different lifestyles and people. But, yeah, Gronk and DeFran, basically the same person. You heard it here.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Oh, man. But there's been a lot of spice as far as that stuff goes, because Robert Kraft owns one of the Overwatch League teams, and they had dragged fuck, I forget his name now. Phot, remind me, who was on Boston? They got kicked out again.
Team Grasper,
that's right. Dream Casper was dragged through the fucking mud, and it makes sense. It makes sense of why, but the owner might be someone who participates in illegal prostitution with sex slaves. Oh,
Could be.
And
Could be.
the only way what is the deal that they had given him? They were like, you're not allowed to you can get off with almost nothing. Get off. Phrasing.
Get off.
Phrasing. You're
nothing.
For nothing.
As long as you admit that you would have lost at trial.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
Basically,
which is bonkers.
That's the craziest deal I've ever heard.
Is that normal? Is that... I feel like that's the kind of thing that would get you disbarred in the right jurisdiction. Like, that sounds sketchy as fuck. I am not a lawyer, but I watch a lot of legal drama. And that's weird. I don't actually watch any legal dramas, but I watch My Cousin Vinny like 3 times a year, so...
And that counts. That counts. I
mean, I'm from Alabama. It's my favorite Alabama movie.
You're basically a lawyer. I don't know if you know this.
Lawyer.
But you're basically a lawyer. No,
I do a lot of research.
That's why I'm confused. It's like, I don't think I've ever heard of saying, like, oh, well, just admit that you're guilty. Like, that's a pardon.
But that's how any non-prosecutorial agreement works, is that you have to admit to your wrongdoing. But like, that's not admitting to your wrongdoing. That's admitting you would have lost if it went to trial, which is a very specific thing to say, and also not something you could ever guarantee, even if it were a slam dunk case. I mean, shit goes weird in court. I don't know. That's really weird. It's really weird. I don't like it. I don't understand it. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Eh.
I don't like that answer.
The spice must flow.
Hell yeah, boy.
Oh god, who hasn't been fucking announced for the Dune remake? Like, everyone and their mother is gonna be part of this fucking movie.
Pretty much.
Like, I'm excited, but I'm tired of hearing this person's gonna be in Dennis Villeneuve's Dune. Like,
what
okay,
if it sucks?
all right, fanboys. Like,
I'm so glad somebody understands that.
What if it sucks? Like, cut to credits.
Beautiful.
Like, I don't know, dude. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Apex just had their first battle pass come out. The season 1 battle, because a lot of those games, all those games have to have battle passes. You can't just play the game and enjoy it. No. You have to have battle passes.
Yeah.
So you
didn't the community ask for a battle pass?
I don't mind a battle pass. I do kind of I mind paying for it. Like, I find that to be weird. But it is a free to play game, so I guess like that's more justified than, say, Overwatch, which you pay for the game, and then you pay for loot boxes as well. Like, like pay for one or the other. Do one or the other. Like, you sold your game. Like, why does it have to also chart? Whatever. It's fine. But they had their battle pass. The problem is the battle pass, I don't think is worth it. Like,
what does it include?
Okay, so the battle passes tend to include, just like the way that Fortnite's is, the way that PUBG's is, Black Ops 4, skins, gun skins, character skins, special like lines, special this and that, and then like throughout the battle pass, like, oh, you got to this tier, here's a loot box, one of the Apex loot boxes, which luckily the Apex boxes, they don't have duplicates. They kind of picked up what Overwatch learned, is stop doing duplicates.
Yeah, people don't like duplicates.
People don't like that shit. So they stopped doing that, but they start filling it with fluff, and they have, like, since I know you've played it, they have the badges, the thing that whenever you have, like little trackers. So
Right.
you can get stuff in that, which, like, oh, cool, a tracker for a thing I don't give a shit, or a stat that I don't give a shit about, for a character I don't fucking play.
Right.
Like, wow,
Hooray.
amazing. Like, amazing. Oh gosh, that one will never die for me. It just feels not worth it, especially since I don't know if you guys have heard, but there was a country, I forgot, it was Denmark or no, Belgium, I believe, has banned loot boxes.
I thought it was Germany.
No, I don't think it's Germany. I think it's Belgium.
I'm here for either way.
Either way, yeah. So they have voted and passed banning loot boxes, and because they're gambling. They're gambling for kids. Don't do it. You have to know what you're buying. There's no, you can't
benefit the consumer in any way, shape, or form.
It's gambling. You got to sell a specific thing. I have to know what I'm buying. You cannot buy mystery boxes, especially not digitally, over a game. And it's like, holy shit. So that kind of is, some people are like, oh no, like Belgium, it is Belgium, just looked it up. So Belgium basically said no, and it caused a huge thing with FIFA, because FIFA wanted it. And EA was like, we're gonna leave it in the game anyway, fuck you, Belgium. And they're like, okay, we're gonna go after you then. And they're like,
sue the fuck out you.
They're like, we'll do it. And then, like, okay, there's not gonna be loot boxes. Okay, maybe they are. Okay, no, they're not. Oh, no, they're not.
What's a loot box again?
Like, pretty much, right? They're playing stupid. That's not a loot box. That's a happy fun time meal. Like, I don't know, dude. Fuck you. Like,
Happy fun time.
we're gonna rename it. So, Apex has to follow just like every other game has to follow those laws in Belgium. Well, the value of the box of the battle pass is someone cranked the numbers out, because they can't have mystery boxes. That can't be part of the purchase. You have to know what you're getting. So when you look at the battle pass and all the tiers, it's a smaller set of tiers, because it basically just removed all the loot box tiers. And so now this is what you're getting, and here's what it costs. The value of it is way better per, like, you get more bang for your buck, literally, because you know what you're getting. There isn't this one's going to be a mystery. And so people have been changing their region and using VPNs to be, like, changing their accounts to be from Belgium, and then buying the better pass. And doing that, it's like, is this our future? Is this where we're headed?
I think we'll just head towards not doing shit you can't do everywhere. You would think, at least. We'll find out.
I mean, EA just announced they're laying off 350 people. Like, it seems like they're making all the money in the goddamn world, and they're like, we gotta tighten our belts. We gotta really.
Doesn't seem like EA is hurting.
EA is not hurting. Activision's not hurting, but
No.
Blizzard laid off, a few hundred people as well. I forgot, 800 people. How many?
Yeah, around 800.
Yeah, you know how much Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision, is worth? Like, what's his net worth? $7 billion. And this dude pulls in, I think, a salary of several hundred million a year.
That's bonkers.
And he's like, "Oh, we gotta cut 800 people because this and that." And that's on the same statement. This is the same financial release. This statement, the same release that he was saying we have to let 800 people go. He said
Record profits.
Record profits.
Yeah.
Like, holy
That's part
shit.
of how we're getting those record profits. Everybody go.
No, he said record profits, and then due to disappointing sales, or something like that. And it's kind of like one or the other, dude. Pick one or the other.
You can have both, technically. Like, I see every day how corporate accounting works, and you can definitely have both.
But you can bring up
option.
You can bring up Nintendo and what Iwata did, where things were bad, things were slow during the Wii U because it was shit. What a shit console the Wii U was, and so he took a 50% pay cut and said we're not doing this because he knows if people are unsure about their jobs, they're not going to be happy. They're not going to make fun games. That's not how that works. Not going to do a good job. So he took a pay cut, and then it happened again. He took another pay cut, and the rest of the board, the board of directors, all took a 20-30% pay cut as well. Like, they all said it's our fault, as it should be. Like, it's our fault, our direction for the company led us down this kind of downturn. So we're all gonna lower it down and push through. And then here they are. Like, Iwata has passed, but here we are at the other end of that same tunnel. And we had Nintendo fucking rocking so many things and doing so many things right. And it's like, how do you compare? How do you compare, like, the shit that fucking EA is cranking out every year, just like, we're gonna do another FIFA. Here's another FIFA. Here's another Madden. Like, with minimal improvements, and then be like, we're just not making enough money. Like, it's
just hard.
It's disgusting, is what it is.
It really is. It really is.
So Phot, how close are you done with your new computer?
All I need is the processor.
Okay.
Which all I need, I just need to get paid for my job, and I'll be able to buy it. And I want to get an M.2 stick. I don't need it, but I want to just start fresh. Because right now I still have like a Western Digital hard drive, it's 1 terabyte, but it's mechanical. And I have an SSD, which is like a PNY SSD. I don't even think I can find it online anymore.
Is it weird that I've always seen that logo and said Pony?
I for a while used to just call it Pony.
I like that better.
That's probably what they were going for.
Like, it's a Pony drive.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But
I'm here for it.
240 gigabytes, and I've had it already for like 5 years.
Yeah, you might be running its course. Like,
I think that's where the majority of my problems for my computer is coming from right now.
just a failing mechanical hard drive.
Oh, the mechanical hard drive still works. I bought that like 2 years later. After I got this computer.
Well, I'm excited for you to have a new computer. I'm ready for more meme videos.
I really want to do more videos, but we'll see what happens.
It's been too long.
It's been so long since we've had a Phot Chronicle. All right, like,
I pay too much for Premiere for you to not use it to make me funny.
you gotta make me have a great time on the internets, on them interwebs.
You got called out.
Whoa! Whoa!
Chat with the hostility.
Oh my god! Listen.
Use the F word.
You're using I'm gonna start having banned words in my chat, like no saying of the F word. All right, don't call me a furry. my
I'm not a
dude.
furry.
Not a furry. No, I call it a pony. So you'll say, of course, the furry calls it a pony. No.
No, the furry. I thought he said furries. I was like, what? When?
You know, that's an interesting thing about like where our names came from. I know that Easy was asking us to kind of go over it from the Gamer Zone days and shit like that. Like I got the name Kitty Man from Scotty.
Yeah.
Like because I had a VG Cats avatar on MySpace. Like that's it. I just liked the webcomic. I thought it was great, and it was teabagging.
Yeah,
Cat
It was a
Spartan.
teabagging- Yeah.
It was a teabagging Cat Spartan. That's all it was my avatar. And
man.
she was like, "I'm gonna call you Kitty Man. There's nothing you can do about it." And then just that's it. It's stuck, and that's where I've been since I was fucking.
She is correct. There was nothing you could do about it.
And there's nothing I've had to do about it. And it's serving. And then it evolved to Kim, then Kimsecks, and then here's where I'm at.
Kimsecks.
DP was a thing from back
Yeah,
then in the MySpace days.
Yeah.
It was DPKM, and she was DP Scotty, because it was the Dread Pirate, the whole Princess Bride reference. Haha.
Back in the MySpace cringe days.
Listen, those were the height of memes, okay? Those were the height of memes. Because we were innocent, we didn't know better. There wasn't like a corporate backed meme like revenue stream.
Memes had not been presented in Congress.
They, you didn't
Except for
have
time.
you didn't have the rage face and the troll face on the Congress floor, being like,
Thank God.
because if that presentation had ended, if what's his face had finished his presentation with the troll face under it and said "You mad,"
Oh my God.
I would have thrown my fucking computer. Like I would have been like, "What?" Ah, like, no, I can't sit there and like, no.
The last poster is just a boombox taped to it, and it starts playing "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley.
And I rickrolled you all. The height of HTML vomit. Listen, I learned to code because of MySpace. All right, like
The Green New Deal is basically a rickroll.
Oh, no.
No,
You think it's one thing, but then it's another. God, that actually makes more sense than the argument he made. What the fuck?
That's unfortunate because you know that's very real. I think the one thing about HTML that was great is if you actually took the time to learn it, was you had people who would just copy and paste from those random ass like, here, copy this onto your profile site, and they would like hide shit in the code. Like the song is gonna be played underneath the code, and you're not gonna be, and it's like gross. That's my whole. Like that's gross. Look at your random like jewels, and then created by a little watermark.
Your blingies.
Your blinged out pages. Bleh. It was disgusting.
400 animated GIFs running at the same time, all crashing themselves. Like
I'm gonna have to make note of the fact that you said GIFs.
yeah. We can talk about it if we really have to.
I mean, we all know what we all know. We all know.
Lauren fucks me up so much now that I forget which one I say. I have to stop and like think about it. If you go back and rewatch this, you can rewind the video. There's a slight pause because I had to think, which one do I say again? Oh yeah, GIFs.
Is there a reason you say GIFs?
I just always have.
It's not peanut butter, sir.
I don't give a fuck. Like, what kind of bullshit non sequitur argument is that? Like, well,
No, that's not the argument.
excuse me, sir. It's not peanut butter. Like, no shit, it's not peanut butter. What the fuck?
I can't take this animated image and rub it on my balls and have my dog service me. I don't understand.
Correct. You can't do that.
This is not an option. It's not an option for us.
Were you wanting it to be? Like, I'm so confused right now.
No, but to go back to the point,
Oh
like
my God.
learning HTML code, like is where you could hit like, what was that, Control F1 or whatever, and you can go into the code and someone's thing and turn shit off. And like, oh, thank God, like I got in there and like turned off whatever stupid song you had playing. I don't give a fuck what song you think I want to see or listen to.
Song that
I don't want to know what
described me.
song defines your soul. I don't care.
Ugh.
I don't care about your soul.
And that's because, like, okay, if you remember, like, I was and still am very into like emo music and stuff like that. But I put like a metal song on my page, but like I had it to where you could like hit play if you wanted to listen to what the fuck I was recommending as music on a playlist. But like, oh my God, the automatic stuff and the music from the 2000s. Oh my God, like the 90s
It can be rough
sucked.
sometimes.
The 2000s were just like, I didn't want to hear Lil Jon. Like, I didn't want to open, like, go to your profile and hear, yeah. Oh my God, like, this isn't. I didn't realize I was gonna have a fucking Jock Jam 2004, dude. Like, is this what we're up to? Is this what's cool? Is this what's hip? This was down in the streets, my dog. No, dude.
Is this what's down the streets, my dog?
That's how unhip I was. Okay.
God damn, I love it. Whew. I don't know what to do with that one.
Look, all I know is that. What the fuck was that?
Just life in the hood.
Oh
Where do
God.
you live? Are you in Oakland? What the fuck?
Hold on, let me.
He's gonna have to figure out what it is. So I'm gonna. Nope, that's not gonna work. If I put
He's just kind of walking away.
I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Cover him up with the logo, just for the moment. Like, while he walked away. Like, there we go.
Are you using OBS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing with that some lately.
Like, just gonna move that over, you know.
I've been using it to record my webinars that I can't be on.
Oh, really? That's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's pretty good.
Man, I use what I got.
What did you hear? Okay, they were releasing Addams Family. That's exciting. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is getting released soon. Have you heard of that? Do you remember the book? Do you remember the books?
Yeah. Dude, I had all them books.
I believe that Guillermo del Toro is doing it.
I mean, I could be down for a Guillermo del Toro at just horror stories, but I mean, those were just kind of little horror vignettes. Some of them weren't even really horror. They were scary and then ended up funny at the end or whatever.
Oh, here.
I want to wash your windows.
All right. Let me go over this. It's being directed, and I'm gonna mess his name up. And
Do it.
It's
We made Phot do it. Your turn.
he's Norwegian, and here's why I'm gonna misspell it. It's Andre, but probably Overdal. It's like an O that's crossed out, Vredal, like Andre Overdal, probably.
Okay.
So Swedish people make a lot of fucked up, scary things. Like I'm already on board. I'm already on board. A lot of their films are very fucking like cerebral in that sense. It's
now
gonna
at war with Sweden.
story by Guillermo del Toro. So he wrote the story,
Okay.
and then it's like he's also a producer on it. Like it's based. It's something that I'm like, okay.
I haven't tuned out.
Yeah, I'm not on board. Like,
I could be on board.
but yeah, apparently it's gonna be released August 9th of this year. So
August?
August. Well, I think it's one of those things where if you think about the release slate of scary movies, a lot of the good ones, like, or even a lot of the bad ones, get like fucking shit out in October.
Well,
So
yeah.
I see like a lot.
Scary season.
I feel like a lot of them are trying to turn all of fall into that like release slate. So you're August, September.
That's only if you expect it to run for months, though. Like, you
But even then, like,
shouldn't be putting it out in August unless you expect it to still be in theaters in October.
well, because what's Christmas season? It becomes months long bullshit, right? Like, you don't.
Unfortunately.
So you have like the bleed over that Halloween hasn't really happened yet, and then immediately after Halloween, it is like 2 months straight of Christmas shit. So I think that what a lot of film companies are trying to do is like, all right, if we can claim August, September, and October, like we can, because again, they're very cheaply. Oh hey Lauren, Laura, oh Lauren, I was thinking about Lauren because I'm looking at you, Nick. Like shit. But I think that they're trying to take August, September, and October as like scary release because they're so cheaply produced. They can make a bunch of them, and they can be like, bam, 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 bam. Here's a bunch of good shit. Fill out your weekends. Here's you're gonna go see this. Like Us just came out, and that's you could question why did that come out now?
But like, okay, so now is far enough away from October that it's not like you purposefully avoided it. But August is so close that you're just like, really? Like, why not just go September that you can at least be in October? Like, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird to me. I'm not a filmmaker.
I mean, it's more like producer and who releases stuff. Like,
Well, yeah. I'm not in that industry at all.
I don't know. I don't even know if Phot's into scary movies. Do you like to get scared? You like scary movies?
Every once in a while. I guess I don't know. I'm not crazy about them.
We
not
just watched Get
I don't know,
Out, Lauren and I did.
I don't watch movies all that much anymore. Like the only movies I watch now are like Marvel movies, and then everything else is like, eh.
Everything is MCU for you.
Yeah, I'm a pleb when it comes to that, I guess,
Pleb.
because I know like serious like moviegoers hate like Marvel movies.
Who cares what they think?
I think that a lot of people like to be edgy about that. I don't think it's actually a hate thing. It's one of those. You like mainstream movies? Oh, I like this kind of movie. It's a real movie, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, what is your criticism? Oh, it's very bland. Okay, why is it bland? Like, give me more. Because if you're just like, here's a term I heard. It's called cape shit. Have you heard
yeah, I've
cape
heard
shit?
that term.
Yeah. All it is talking about superhero. But here's the thing. You have like Winter Soldier. That is a spy thriller. You have Shazam. That's fucking comedy. You have Thor Ragnarok. That's fucking comedy. You have Batman Begins. That's like this crazy like ninja fucking movie essentially. Like you might as well be a throwback to old ninja movies. Like he goes off and he trains and he's avenging his parents and he must do right, and then here's his old master coming back and he now must defeat his master. This is the same fucking beat for beat shit, but it just happens to be fucking Batman. Like, there's so many things you can fit in what, and you can sit there and say something's good, something's bad. Like Dark Knight Rises wasn't very good. All of Zack Snyder's bullshit wasn't very good. But like, don't sit there and just write it off because a lot of people like it. Like, I feel like that's
kind of the thing nowadays.
But it's a level of pretension that I just can't fucking handle. Like,
I can't either. I mean, it's gotten real old real fast.
Like, grow up, dude. Like,
Basically.
what's a font that you like, Nick? Give me a font.
Oh god, you would know
give me
the
a
name of fonts.
Okay, I mean just what would be a standard font? You know, like not one that you not the one you download that you like. Oh, I've been creating
For what?
just for your name here to show up on stream. I just got a suggestion to put people's names next to them, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm okay with that.
What I would use for that is actually it's Lucida Big Casual. It's the font that they use for the It's Always Sunny bumpers.
Okay, I have Lucida Console, Sans Unicode are the two Lucidas I have.
Yeah, not that. Here, I'll find-
You gonna make me download a font? I probably could. I should.
No, I can send you the font file.
I don't know if it's gonna be. How do you import fonts on this? That's the question. I guess.
It's a TTF or an OTF, which is an open source font file. I send it to you. You double click on it. It says install. You hit yes, and it's done.
Okay, well,
I
let's
promise
go.
you. It's
Okay.
literally my business.
All right,
It's my profession.
Chat has said that I get Comic Sans, so gonna go for that.
No. I'm gonna do that.
I install fonts for GIMP when I make covers. If I can do it, anyone can. That's right.
It's just super not hard.
How is book writing? I know that I saw your snap before about what was it, like number 26? Like how's it been going?
Oh,
Oh, that's big.
do I get to pick a font?
You can pick a font. If you want to pick a font, pick a font.
I don't know the name of it, but I just want that one where it's just like the pyramid, airplane, pencil.
Wingdings?
Is that what it is?
No, dude. That's not right. That's not right. I don't know how to make this bigger is the question. Phrasing.
Well, I don't know. Give me like a crayon looking one and just spell my name wrong.
Oh god, it's doing decent. I'm actually dropping down to part time. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, Morte. Oh, dude, that's great. Like, I would love to. Again, I know you keep it all like hidden and stuff, but I would love to read more of your stuff. I don't care if you do hate it or whatever. How the fuck can you spell Phot incorrectly? Phot.
Use an A or just put a T.
Just put a T.
Yeah, instead of P, just put T.
A thought? You're a thought? Oh my god.
I mean, everybody uses that joke, so why not?
Do they?
Like every time I play Overwatch, when people are trying to insult me, they're just like,
Okay.
"Thought is a thought," and I'm like, "Yeah,
I
probably."
just sent you the font file.
There.
Double click on it, hit install, and then it's done.
Is it Wingdigs?
It's
not
wingdings, sir. Wingdings. Oh,
This is my favorite general use.
Lucida Big Kaz.
Oh yeah, I definitely want that one.
Wingdings? That's not gonna.
Yeah.
How the fuck can you spell? That's a good question. How the fuck can you misspell that shit? Let's see. Now that I've installed it, let's see if it is now just able to be picked. And you see those Sans Unicode and console. That's all that I have still. Like, I don't know if it would automatically come up in OBS as a font.
Should just pull from your font files, unless OBS only has a certain.
Read from file? No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I had to restart OBS. Okay, well that's unfortunate.
Or
Next time.
just give me Helvetica.
Helvetica?
Helvetica, yeah.
I was like, wait, say that again? Say the name of it again? What's the font that you want?
Yeah, what system fonts do you have? You gotta give me some.
It's one of those things where, like, we're gonna have to find out whether or not Phot knows things. Like, do you know what you're talking? Strangely enough, Helvetica's not on here, and that's typically pretty standard.
Can we have Lobster 2? Lobster 2 is another terrible font, like Comic Sans that shouldn't be used.
Oh god, I mean, mine's Comic Sans now. Yikes!
Just give me anything. It doesn't matter.
I know what I'm gonna give.
You'll get me for next time.
All right, I want to know. what you're gonna
Webdings, wingdings. Oh my gosh, some of these. Oh my god! I showed you that video, right? Did you see the video now? Or it was Ray? No, Ray didn't understand it. Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god. Elliot 6 font. I just want to know why this doesn't have more options. Maybe it is my computer that just doesn't have that many options.
I mean, you have to actually go out and find font.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, there's some programs that come on previous computers that had pretty decent. Oh, I know what I'm gonna put for Phot. It's gonna be pretty as hell, dude.
I have 710.
Holy shit, my dude.
Over 1,000 on my external hard drive.
I don't know if I should.
Fonts are expensive, but once you have the TTF, you have it forever.
Oh god.
There you go, dude. Isn't that sexy, dude? Don't you love that?
Perfect.
Oh. Hey, congratulations. All right, so Crayon Ponyfish in chat is writes stuff, and she just hit number 20 in the category for one of her things. So that's awesome. I love hearing about that because that's stuff that. And she just said she's gonna start moving. Oh, she writes erotica. Okay. If we're gonna be honest, she writes erotica. All right, this is what she writes smut, and I love it. Like, it's hilarious.
Smut's a good word.
Right?
Great word.
I probably should change the color.
We are very sex positive on.
We are very accepting. No kink shaming here. We're in it to win it. Okay. I don't know if that color is even any good. Yeah, isn't that a weird color? Like, It started out as a joke meme, then it made money, then I said, fuck it, I like money. It's just gonna raw. There's definitely nothing wrong with making money, especially on something that you're good at. Like you
Get
found.
your nut.
Yeah, dude, make your. Oh gosh, are we going back to the league? Like, he made his nut.
It's not purely a league thing.
I know, but like that's the phrase that I associate it because, like, that's where.
Like I don't immediately associate that with the league. That's vernacular I hear on a constant basis.
Well, it's more because like Taco's mom was all like, he made his nut, and that's where it was just like, oh my god, like this is
weird.
This is weird. This is really.
Who let Nick Kroll off his leash?
Yeah, no shit. So I guess it's gonna be one of those things where we're gonna start getting fonts and figuring out how to present them. Yeah.
I had to mention 2 fonts by name in that meeting today, that 5.5 hour meeting.
Yeah, dude, 5.5 hour meeting. I don't think I can handle.
That's not uncommon.
I mean, I typically, like, I don't know. If we're discussing, oh yeah, Morte does graphic stuff. Morte.
Yeah, it's like 10% of my job now. It used to be my job. I used to be a graphic designer. Now I'm a corporate type.
Yeah, whenever she was asking about covers and stuff like that and like getting work done, I was like, if you need like professional like shit, made up, this is the guy to do it. This is the guy.
Yeah. My partner and I still run stuff out of our home office too, so I do a lot of work on the side. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean, because she was just like looking at stuff on Fiverr and this and that, blah blah.
I've actually used Fiverr once or twice for stuff. I've outsourced stuff to Fiverr.
It just depends on how urgent, I guess it is, and like your slate.
I mean, if nothing else, I have a system of 40 stores with people I can kick it to. So.
That's right. He has a system of 40 stores. 40?
Wow.
40.
Everyone turn
40
swoon.
If you want to be like really nitpicky, we have a Fuck, this is boring. We have a non-trad store and a university that's technically two different stores.
Kim, Phot, and Morte high five each other.
Gradient on the top and bottom, drop shadow under the words, turn the contrast up. Can Phot follow through though? Let's find out. Here's a story.
That's right.
No, other way, other direction, other side,
Oh.
other side. Hey, wait, a little further back it up. He's attacking you.
Hey,
Here's a story. This is where you try doing the Brady Bunch thing, where everyone's just kind of like.
We were people for that.
I feel a lot of money by learning myself. Oh yeah, I mean that kind of becoming self-sufficient is really the way to go. Like right now, yeah, trying to get emotes and stuff like that, and kind of get the ball rolling on all that for the stream. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. I need to be paying artists quite a bit of money to do work because I can't draw for shit. Turns out that's a thing that I should probably work on. But whatever, I like outsourcing art because I like seeing different styles, this and that. But yeah, so this particular podcast kind of took the weirdest roller coaster of fucking topics.
That's how we do.
Going from I don't even remember. I've been bugged.
Well, before we
so chat. I don't use an everyday product. I use an argan oil treatment, and I just set it in, let it sit for a minute or two, then rinse it out. That's it. Very simplistic. Yes, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's all I do for my hair too. I don't use shampoo. I use conditioner once a week. It is luxurious. People way over shampoo their hair and strip all the natural oils out, and that's what fucks up all your hair. So,
grooming tips from Morte.
Take it from the really hairy guy. If you want to have good hair, don't wash it. Don't.
Oh, thanks, Laura. That's awesome. You got cheered 400 bits. That's fucking amazing. Thank you so much.
Hey,
but,
you're awesome.
I wish. Here's the thing. Check this out. So before we end this podcast, we're gonna end on grooming tips. All right, grooming tips.
Hell yeah.
This is very much a genetic thing. You can see the gloriousness of this Viking shit, all right? And he's like, I don't really do much, like, a little bit of this and that, and that's all. I have been just not shaving for well over a year, and if that was the same time frame that this fucker was not shaving, it'd be like down to here. It'd be
no. This length from shaved would take about 6 months. Like, I shaved off 4 inches less than a month ago, and I've got an inch of that back already. Like, it grows like crazy.
See, and then here's what I do. So I have a beard shampoo and conditioner.
I don't know if the collar is
I have
hiding it.
I have this beard balm that I use. I've got this beard oil that I use. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, come on, it's gonna be good, but like it doesn't do it because it's just not in the cards for me to get that same level of ooh.
Not in the cards.
It's just not there for me.
And then
everybody can do it. This is white privilege, people.
No,
right?
my father can have this level of growth in a month, and I've seen him do it just to fuck with me, like, and now I'm just like,
that's the best, Dad.
And he's like, and I just don't want to do it, and then he just shaves it off, like right now. I'm just like,
dude, I have the invasive thought to just go and shave my entire head off all the time.
Dude, if you just shaved your top and stayed, like, did Q and then just had, oh, dude, it would be perfect. Especially in your Jeep, you'd be fucking riding and you'd be like,
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Big old beard. It'd be amazing.
I already fit in pretty well. Like, it's the right vehicle for me.
So we're talking about beards, right? Are we ready to get cursed?
Oh, okay, curse. Oh no, I'm scared.
Because for me, it's like after a while, when my beard grows out, I just can't have it anymore. It annoys me. So I shave. So yeah, I have shave stuff. I have this.
Oh,
Look at this. Look at this over here. I'm gonna pull everything out.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Barrister man, if I love
As he
Barrister Man.
slams it on the fucking table too. Like he can't just fucking take it out.
You're gonna have to tilt your camera down so we can see the stack of products.
Oh, there's drinks, dude. This is the cursed image. Oh, that's all the products. It looked like they were drink tops for a second. I was like, oh no.
What is this? Sterling?
Why do you have so many?
I don't know. I just like the way they smell sometimes, and sometimes they give me more than what I need.
Oh my goodness, my dude. I'm scared.
Like, I have a comb.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read that comment though. I tried to grow a beard, but my girlfriend told me if you grow a beard, I will grow a bush, so no beard for me. You have a straight razor?
A shavette.
What the hell is that? What's the difference?
It's like a straight razor for a pussy.
First of all, Polar, you just gotta.
And yeah, look at all of that.
You gotta call the bluff.
Look at all of that razor blades that I haven't used yet.
So
that I would never need to buy another razor blade again.
That's unfortunate, my dude. I
haven't shaved in a while.
I think that Polar needs to learn that, like, we're very sex positive here, and if that's her choice, if that's what she wants to do, if you want to grow your manly beard, like, you're just gonna have to be okay with, like, pulling a little bit of hair out of your mouth sometimes. It's fine. You gotta be used to it. Gotta man up for it.
So like this one right here. I love this one.
What the? Why do you have so many? Like, that looks like a bunch of waxes, but that's all shave stuff.
Yeah.
This is just what my beard does.
Like I said, I have this. I have the balm, the special cleaner, and then the oil.
We should just have a beard talk section every time. Crayon, let me tell you, I don't care.
0 fucks. And with that, I guess we'll call it the end, and then we'll go into like a kind of a post show thing where we can keep talking. You know.
I haven't even.
Oh, I know. You keep pulling it out. Pulling it out.
I haven't even shown you all of my my aftershave.
I mean.
Okay, we'll talk about the post show. We'll talk about it afterwards. Thanks, guys. Oh my god.
Bye.